All right, let's keep this moving along. Our fifth storyteller this evening is a lovely human being. Also lives up on the hill, not far from Richard, and you heard his story earlier. Please welcome to the Casa Werma stage, Anne.
If you can't hear me, please raise your hand. Because I'm 40 years old and I'm getting serious about finding a mate. I've had a checkered romantic history. I was really in love with my first boyfriend, but it broke my heart when we both realized he was gay. And then I had random boyfriends after that, but nobody was right for me. And now I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I know what I want. I'm kind of more grown up. And so I do different things to meet men. I'm fixed up by a friend. I go clubbing with girlfriends. I have some dates, but nothing is really happening and I'm impatient. And so I turn to the venerable Village Voice personal ads. They're fantastic. There's pages of them. Listen to this. One older woman wanted. Would you enjoy the romantic hugging and kissing of a handsome and well-built 28-year-old who appreciates your mature beauty? Somebody's going to go for this. Not me. 24-year-old healthy black male seeks older white female for totally discreet hedonistic pleasure. Enjoy our Mandingo fantasy. I'll be your love servant. These ads are wild. Okay, from a woman. Bi-curious female, 20 to 24 wanted. I'm an Ivy by Julia Roberts look-alike, without the guts to take the plunge. Seeking very feminine, similarly gorgeous female friend. Model-esque, knockout only. Wow. But here's one, a little different. Single white male, left wing, youthful 40s. Check. Not bad looking. Okay. Graphic artist, me too. Jazz pianist, computer potato, weekend skier, interest long, life short. Where, oh where is love? There we go. Weak need for creative, alluring Ms. of limitless wit. Ooh. When I answer that one. So it's 1990, and I leave a message on his answering machine. I'm very nervous. Hi, I'm a single Jewish female, 40. I am an artist and political activist, blah, blah, blah. I was very nervous. I talked too much. But he called me back, and there was a lot to talk about, and we made a date to meet at a bar on the Upper West Side. He told me that he has black hair, a high forehead, and white sideburns. So I recognize him and track him as he crosses the room. We introduce ourselves, and as we're sitting down and I'm taking off my coat, he looks me up and down, and he kind of raises his eyebrows like that. So I think this is a good sign. And then we have so much in common. We're both artists. We both consider ourselves Marxists. We've both been involved in theater. We both love movies, music, and comics. And he's looking for a serious relationship. So am I. Out on Broadway afterwards, he says, "Let's deliberate on our date." Deliberate? Are we in court? And then he swoops down and kisses me goodbye. And it pisses me off because he's nervy, but I like it. And then a week later he calls, and he sounds surprised that I answer the phone. There's an awkward pause, and he says, "I thought I would just leave a message saying that I was thinking of you." And I said, "Well, here I am." And he says, "I can't talk now, but I'm going to call you soon." Okay, so he called, but it doesn't feel right. It leaves me unsettled. And the next week is very long. He doesn't call for a week. I'm anxious, I'm obsessing, I'm pissed off, and I like him. I want to know if this could possibly work. I don't know what to do. I hate dating. I don't like putting myself on the line like this. So I talk to my friends, and everybody has their 2 cents. One of them, John, who actually knows this guy, tells me, "Don't give up on him yet. He's a Jewish prince. He's the real deal." And this one thing tips the scales. And I decide that it's worth it to take a chance, and I call him up and suggest that we meet after work at the same bar. I'm sweating. My heart is pounding, and I've changed my clothes 6 times. But when I get there and we sit down, I say, "Listen, when we met, I thought you liked me. Am I right?" And he says, "Yes, I've been putting ads in the paper for 7 months, and ours is the first date I've enjoyed." So I say, "Well, why all the procrastination? What is that about?" And he says, "Well, I tend to procrastinate." I'm a procrastinator. So I say, "Get over it. You're the one that put the ad in the paper. I need to know if you mean what you say or not. Are we going to do this or not?" And then he sits forward, nodding his head, smiling with bright eyes, and says, "I'm in." And as we say in Mexico, vale la pena.
My only question is, what the hell ever happened to that guy? Sounds like a total keeper. I wish I heard the rest part, but that's the only part of the story we get to hear. Part 2 another time. We'll see what happens.